He saved everyone, but no one understood what he really did. Picture a ruined cityscape, smoke choking a pale sky. You know that deafening, heavy silence that only follows absolute catastrophic destruction? That's exactly where our story begins today. Not with a triumph, but with a city completely brought to its knees, basically praying for a savior. Imagine just looking across crushed concrete and shattered glass. No music, just the hollow sound of wind blowing through the skeletal remains of what used to be a thriving metropolis. In this explainer, we're diving into a literal masterclass in atmospheric storytelling, exploring the illusion of control and the crushing weight of public perception.
He saved one, but no one understood what he really did. So how does a savior become a ghost in his own story? When the dust finally settles and the blood is washed from the cracked streets, why does the truth get buried beneath public perception? Picture the confused faces of the survivors, staring blankly at the rubble, totally unable to comprehend the miracle they just witnessed. To understand this tragic illusion, well, we have to go back to the exact moment that fragile peace was shattered. We have to witness the sheer scale of the despair first.
Part 1. The silent aftermath. The threat erupts.
Jay's city isn't just attacked, okay? It is suddenly and violently overwhelmed. It's like the ground just splits open. A brutal, unyielding invasion rising up from the dark, crushing pressure of the deep sea. The sheer panic in the streets it's palpable. Torrential rain mixing with the chaos of citizens running, slipping on the wet pavement, just desperately confused as this horrific disaster rapidly unfolds right in front of them. The atmosphere gets thick with this primal, suffocating dread. See, the sea folk don't want territory. They aren't here for a negotiation. They're delivering a chilling, biological message. Humanity is no longer at the top of the food chain. We are merely prey. Leading this absolute nightmare is the Deep Sea King, the ruthless ruler of the sea folk. This guy commands immense power and demands the absolute, unwavering subjugation of the surface world. And notice how he enters. He doesn't sneak around in the shadows. No, he steps right into the ruined city, completely unchallenged, his massive frame towering over the smoking rubble. Rain is just lashing against him, but he doesn't even flinch. He simply smiles. Like a predator surveying his new domain, brushing off humanity's presence like dirt beneath his feet. The sheer monstrous confidence he radiates is absolutely paralyzing.
Part 2. Fall of the Heroes. The illusion of control.
We all like to believe society has systems in place to keep the dark at bay, right? Elite heroes, protectors standing between civilization and the abyss. But watch how quickly that fragile illusion shatters. In rapid, shocking succession, the line of defense breaks. Stinger, a highly ranked A-class hero, falls. Then Lightning Max is effortlessly crushed into the pavement. And then the unthinkable happens. Puri Prisoner, an S-class hero, the absolute peak of human defense, the vanguard of safety, loses. In mere minutes, the top-tier heroes are completely broken. The safety net the public relies on is violently ripped away, leaving nothing but wide-eyed terror.
Power gap here is just absolute. Take Speed of Sonic, for example, a character known for being terrifyingly fast, lethal, and notoriously arrogant. He engages the king, but within seconds, the grim reality sets in. Every lethal strike, every high-speed maneuver that would normally obliterate a target, it simply bounces off. His unarmed attacks are entirely useless. He realizes it immediately. He's actually forced to turn his back and flee into the pouring rain just to find weapons. And honestly, when a ruthless, battle-hardened fighter like Sonic recognizes absolute futility and retreats, that signals to everyone just how desperate and helpless the situation has truly become.
Part 3. Superficial Justice. The Clash of Perceptions.
So, while the city bleeds, the rest of the world is watching safely through a glowing screen. On one side, you have the brutal battlefield reality. Heroes out in the pouring rain, risking their lives, bloodied, broken, literally throwing their bodies against concrete just to buy mere seconds for retreating civilians. But on the other side, Sweet Mask's ideal. We get a sharp cut to this pristine, sterile TV interview happening miles away in a perfectly safe, brightly lit studio, a voice declaring that heroes must be beautiful, perfect, and swift. It's honestly kind of sickening. A harsh, superficial public eye demanding spotless perfection from those who are actively drowning in the mud and the blood of the front lines.
Heroes must be tough, strong, beautiful, and promptly eliminate evil. I mean, think about the sheer cruel injustice of those words echoing out of television sets. While men are literally bleeding out on the asphalt to protect civilians, their very worth is being coldly criticized on national TV for losing to a monster that mathematically outclasses them.
It's a profound commentary on society's unfair clinical expectations. The public demands a flawless performance, completely blind to the gruesome sacrifice required to keep them breathing.
Part 4. The Abyss of Despair. No escape. Let's step away from the sterile TV screens and plunge directly into the claustrophobic nightmare. Citizens are huddled closely together inside a massive, reinforced shelter, whispering prayers, desperately convincing themselves they're safe. Then, silence, followed by slow, heavy, echoing footsteps outside. You can feel the deep vibration traveling through the cold concrete floor. A massive life form is approaching. People are trembling, and then, in one violent, deafening crash, those impenetrable walls are effortlessly torn open. The harsh outside light spills in, and the gut-wrenching realization washes over the screaming crowd. Their ultimate safe haven was really nothing more than a fragile paper box.
Deep Sea King steps through the jagged rubble, violently breaching their absolute safety. Dust is swirling around his massive silhouette. He slowly, deliberately looks down upon the trapped, terrified masses. It's like a predator cornering his prey inside a steel cage. The sheer, absolute terror echoing in that dark, enclosed room is deafening. Children crying, people scrambling backward against unyielding walls. There is literally nowhere left to run. The heavy, suffocating weight of inevitable doom presses down on everyone inside.
But in this absolute darkest moment, look at who steps forward from the trembling crowd. It's not the glittering S-class elites, it's the low-ranking heroes, men like Snek. They step up, their bodies already battered, standing directly between the monster and the civilians. And the thing is, they know, with absolute, terrifying certainty, that they cannot win. It is a mathematical impossibility. Yet, they clench their fists and choose to walk right into the jaws of death, just to stall for a few precious seconds. This is what raw, untelevised heroism truly looks like. They're standing on the absolute precipice of death, armed with nothing but their resolve.
Part 5. The Unrecognized Savior. A Quiet Approach. Class C, Rank 2. That's the absolute bottom of the barrel in the hero registry. Think about the powerful, twisted irony here. The world's strongest, most celebrated elites are broken and bleeding. The impenetrable shelters are destroyed. The city is drowning in despair. And this lowly, completely unremarkable rank belongs to the man quietly walking right into the eye of the storm.
Saitama actually learns of the S-class defeats by casually picking up a discarded, ringing phone half buried in the rubble. He hears the frantic screams of the Hero Association over the line, and he simply heads for the disaster. He doesn't panic, he isn't intimidated by the mounting casualty list. His chillingly calm demeanor, his absolute lack of fear, completely changes the frequency of the story. While the entire world is screaming in terror, he is just taking a calm, deliberate walk into the nightmare.
Here we reach the emotional peak of the narrative. On one side, the loud despair, rain pouring, lightning flashing, S-class heroes broken on the ground, civilians screaming in pure, unadulterated terror as the monster raises its fist. And then, contrast that with the silent savior, Saitama, calmly walking directly into the abyss. The sound of the rain almost seems to fade away around him. He is entirely unbothered. The bloody, chaotic despair of the world simply shatters against his quiet confidence. It is an absolutely masterful buildup of suspense.
He arrives. The tension reaches its absolute breaking point. The monstrous Deep Sea King turns to face this unimposing figure, and he offers a perfectly simple truth. I am a hero. Saitama. Delivered quietly, but with absolute, unwavering certainty. There are no theatrics here, no grand poses, no demanding that he be seen as beautiful or perfect by a television camera. Just a man stepping up to do his job in the pouring rain, staring down a nightmare without even blinking. So, when society demands a beautiful, flawless idol, will they ever truly recognize the hero who silently stands in the ruins? It's a heavy, lingering question. He saved everyone, but no one understood what he really did. The profound injustice, the deafening silence, and that calm, unshakable confidence, it leaves us deeply eager to see how the ashes settle. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning the narrative, and we will unravel the next chapter together.